Ih, Astro, no. What you know about rolling down in the deep? When your brain goes numb, you can call that mental freeze. When these people talk too much, put that shit in slow motion. Yeah, I feel like an astronaut in the ocean. Ay, what you know about rolling down in the deep? When your brain goes numb, you can call that mental freeze. When these people talk too much, put that shit in slow motion. Yeah, I feel like an astronaut in the ocean. She say that I'm cool. I'm like, yeah, that's true. I believe in G-O-D, don't believe in T-H-O-T. She can't make me dumb, I play her for fun. Got me on my mental, let me give you the perspective. Falling out in a drought, no flow rain wasn't pouring down. See, that pain was all around, see my mode was kinda lounge. Didn't know which way to turn, flow was cool but I still felt burned. Energy up, you can feel my surge, I'ma kill everything like this purge. Let's just get this straight for a second. I'ma work, even if I don't get paid for progression. I'ma get it. Everything that I do is electric. I'ma keep it in motion, keep it moving like kinetic.
Hello everyone, welcome to the 11th day of our Virtual Education Fair 2021. How are you today? I hope you're all doing well. My name is Kenneth and I will be your host for today. So for today's university presentation, we have two universities who will join us. We have University of Nottingham, Ningbo, China, and LaSalle College of the Arts, Singapore. So just sit back and relax because once again, we will be bringing these universities while you're in the comfort of your homes. So for our first presentation today, we would like to welcome representatives from University of Nottingham, Ningbo, China. And I would like to call on Calvin to help guide this presentation.
Thank you, Kenneth. Everyone, welcome to the first session of our Virtual Education Fair 2021, John Paul Senior High School. Again, we would like to remind everyone to turn off all microphones so that the presentation will run smoothly. Questions may be sent in the chat box or you may ask them directly to the presenter after the presentation. And please, once again, the camera should be turned on until the end of today's presentation. For John Paul School students, please do not forget to take screenshot of your screen to be uploaded in the attendance list. Saya ingatkan lagi kepada seluruh peserta, harap untuk tetap menonaktifkan kamera, menonaktifkan mikrofon, dan juga menyalakan kamera selama presentasi berlangsung. Terutama kepada siswa-siswi John Paul School yang harus mengisi absensi dengan screenshot pada presentasi hari ini. So now let us not wait any longer. Our university presenters are ready. We hope that you will take advantage of this opportunity to know more about University of Nottingham, Ningbo, China. May we now call the presenters, maybe Kak Syafa, Kak Indah, or Kak Marsi to start the presentation. Kepada tim dari The World, dipersilahkan.
Terima kasih, selamat siang semuanya. Saya Marsi dari Edward, perwakilan dari the University of Nottingham, Ningpo, China. Mungkin di sini teman-teman sudah pernah ada yang mengenal kampusnya sebelumnya, dan memang basically kampus kami ini adanya di UK, lalu kami juga buka cabang di China juga di Malaysia. Oke, mungkin akan saya share screen. Jadi teman-teman nanti kalau yang ingin bertanya silahkan drop di chat box, atau kalau mungkin mau open mic langsung boleh. Kita akan buka sesi tanya jawab setelah presentasi. University of Nottingham, Ningpo, China. Lokasi kami di Ningpo. Mungkin teman-teman di sini ada yang tahu daerah Shanghai di China. Ya, kami dekat situ. Cuma di Ningpo sendiri ini ada airport. Jadi kalau dari Jakarta mau ke Ningpo bisa dari Hong Kong. Lalu ke Ningpo itu perjalanannya kurang lebih bisa memakan waktu dengan transit ya, itu kurang lebih 10 jam. Jadi itu semua bisa di-assist oleh tim Edward, mulai dari kamu proses aplikasi sampai akhirnya nanti berangkat ke kampus, check-in accommodation semua kita yang handle. Oke, aku akan masuk untuk berikutnya. The University of Nottingham Ningpo sendiri, student yang graduate dari sini itu memiliki sertifikat yang sama persis dengan university yang dari UK. Jadi, halo? Oke. Dan untuk yang academic staff sendiri, dari dosennya, termasuk juga bagian administrasi kampus, manajemen kampus, itu semua standar lulusan UK. Dan semua bisa dalam bahasa Inggris. Jadi kita nggak akan perlu khawatir, oh di China aku nggak bisa bahasa Mandarin, bagaimana nantinya? Dan kita akan kasih kamu free Mandarin class. Ya, ada free Mandarin class. Ada free Mandarin class di sini, kita akan kasih di first year kamu. Jadi kamu bisa explore lagi untuk bahasa sehari-hari. Bagaimana ngomong sama drivernya, bagaimana mau belanja ke minimarketnya, itu kita bisa kasih kamu free Mandarin class. Dan juga selain itu ada multiple scholarship available, ada entry scholarship pastinya, dan ada juga beasiswa saat kamu masuk di tahun kedua, tiga, dan keempat. Ya, jadi di sini banyak keuntungannya, plusnya banyak untuk kalau kamu masuk ke di University of Nottingham, Ningpo, China. Dan pastinya jangan khawatir kalau ke sana, aku pasti dapat tempat tinggal, Kak, ada. Dan semua itu walking distance. Tempat tinggalnya itu cuma sekitar jalan kaki, nggak sampai 5 menit ke teaching building. Dekat sekali, dan semua area kampus itu free wifi. Ya, jadi dan wifi cukup kencang, cukup kuat, jadi nggak akan kehabisan. Kalau kita bilang di sini namanya data ya, data itu enggak. Ya. Oke. Untuk di University of Nottingham, Ningpo, China sendiri, kami ini ranking untuk world topnya 103 university by QS. Dan pastinya di-recognize juga dengan Chinese Ministry of Education. Dan semuanya di sini kita partnership dengan banyak macam university. Jadi memang memungkinkan para siswa yang akan kuliah nanti di Nottingham, Ningpo, China ini bisa exchange study ke universitas lainnya. Okay. Dan untuk di Ningpo sendiri kita memang adalah kota pelabuhan lebih tepatnya. Jadi business friendly, amat sangat familiar dengan business things, dan kotanya ini cukup amat sangat modern. bersih. Bersih, kenapa saya katakan bersih? Karena sudah ada diterapkan namanya teknologi. Jadi misalnya kalau untuk sampah-sampah yang misalnya ada yang buang sampah ataupun itu semua kayak ada pembersihnya sendiri. Dan itu teratur rapi. Nanti kita mungkin akan lihat ya lingkungan kampusnya seperti apa di sana. Oke, kita lanjut nih ke programnya. Buat teman-teman di sini yang mungkin interest nanti di bidang bisnis, ada juga di bidang engineering, computer science, kita ada semua. Jadi untuk student kelas 12 dengan ujian sekolah bisa langsung masuk tahun pertama dengan durasi belajar 4 tahun mendapatkan S1-nya. Tapi bagi teman-teman di sini yang ambil Cambridge A level bisa masuk langsung ke tahun keduanya. Jadi total 3 tahun. Nah, seperti apa yang requirement nanti akan kita bahas. Ada beberapa program sebenarnya untuk Nottingham Info ini menawarkan namanya 4+0 dan 3+0 dan 1+2 or 2+2. Berbedanya adalah kalau 4+0 berarti full 4 tahun di China, atau mungkin yang lulusan A level dan memenuhi syarat 3 tahun full di China, atau bisa juga 2+2 atau 1+2. Jadi ada 1 tahun di China, kemudian 2 tahun di Nottingham UK, ya, atau 2 tahun di Nottingham China dan 2 tahun lagi Nottingham UK. Oke, ada exchange program, ada study abroad-nya. Nah, ini partnership-nya dengan 145 overseas partnership di 44 negara. Jadi memang kita semua di sini untuk Nottingham-nya sudah lama bekerja sama dengan banyak universitas di US, di Asia pastinya, di Australia. Jadi buat teman-teman yang mau nanti pengen menambah pengalaman, nggak hanya di China saja, tapi pengen ke negara lain juga untuk mencoba bagaimana misalnya studi di US seperti apa, tapi jangan kelamaan, mungkin karena orang tua nggak ingin terlalu jauh misalnya, atau jadi coba ke US-nya, mencoba pengalaman di sana. Nah, untuk masuk ke fakulti bisnis, untuk bisnis program, kita ada Finance, Accounting and Management, International Business Economics, International Business Management, International Business with Communication Studies, and then International Business with Language. Mostly student Indonesia, favoritnya itu di seputaran jurusan ini. Ya, jadi kalau teman-teman di sini ada yang interest, aku mau bisnis yang mana, aku bingung, nanti boleh ya kontak ke kami ya, ke Edward. Nanti kita akan bahas kira-kira majornya yang mana nih yang cocok buat kamu. Ini teaching building kita di dalamnya, jadi ini ada banyak student launch-nya, dan ini semua kelas-kelas, dan hanya kurang lebih 5 menit, nggak sampai 5 menit jalan kaki dari tempat tinggal, dari dormnya. Lanjut ke Humanities and Social Sciences Faculty, ada Economics, lalu juga ada English Language and Applied Linguistics, Literatur, English with International Business, International Communications, International Economic Centric, dan International Studies with Language. Ya, jadi ini yang lain lagi, pengen tahu lagi sana bedanya apa sih Kak, kok ada International Business with Language, ini apa artinya? Boleh nanti ya aku share kontaknya, kita discuss bareng di WhatsApp, atau mungkin mau private counseling juga boleh via Zoom setelah ini. Ini student launch-nya yang tadi di teaching building. Nah, ini masuk lagi di Fakultas Science and Engineering. Ini juga salah satu fakultas yang diminati oleh student dari Indonesia. Untuk aerospace sendiri di China, kita adalah pionirnya untuk aerospace engineering. Jadi teman-teman di sini yang interest dengan aerospace thing, boleh tanya-tanya bagaimana cara apply-nya Kak, apa syaratnya. Kita ada majornya di sini. Arsitektur kita ada 2. Tapi untuk yang benar-benar menjadi arsitek adalah arsitektur yang ini ya, bachelor engineering-nya. Chemical engineering, chemistry, civil engineering, computer science, atau computer science with artificial intelligence. Nah, ini mungkin nih teman-teman di sini yang suka komputer ataupun berhubungan dengan robot-robot, AI, boleh interest ke sini untuk dicek kira-kira jurusan ini ada major apa aja, subjeknya apa aja. Nah, ini kampus, gedung ini ada gedung khusus untuk arsitek. Biasanya akan dipakai, ada akses khusus tersendiri bagi student-student arsitek. Dan lokasi masih di kampus. Beberapa accreditation, international accreditation yang sesuai dengan jurusannya. Misalnya contoh untuk arsitek, ada RIBA di sini. Itu semua, jadi semua ini emang international recognition. Jadi jangan khawatir kalau terlulus dari sini untuk science engineering, kira-kira bisa masuk grupnya nggak, terafiliasi nggak dengan grup yang internasionalnya, semua terafiliasi, jangan khawatir ya. Oke. Ini untuk programnya yang postgraduate, aku skip postgraduate-nya. Application procedure. Basically application procedure-nya simple. Semuanya tinggal memberikan dokumen ke kami, ke EduWorld, untuk proses beasiswa, proses mendapatkan offer letter, semuanya akan kami bantu. Bahkan visa tempat tinggal sampai keberangkatan pun akan kami bantu, kami assist semuanya. Ya, dan itu free of charge. Tidak ada tambahan biaya kecuali misalnya mau translate untuk dokumennya yang dalam bahasa Indonesia, yaitu akan kami bantu untuk diteruskan ke penerjemah tersumpah ya. Jadi itu ada ekstra biaya kalau untuk dokumen tersebut. Masuk ke persyaratan masuknya, bagaimana syarat masuknya untuk student kelas 12 dengan ujian sekolah minimal nilai yang dibutuhkan average-nya adalah 70. Tapi kalau pengen apply scholarship, nilainya pasti harus lebih daripada itu ya. Jadi harus 80 atau mungkin 85. 80 udah oke untuk bisa dapetin scholarship-nya, 80 ke atas. Sedangkan untuk student A level, ini harus punya skor triple B. Tergantung lagi nih, kita akan lihat misalnya pengennya computer science, ambil major di A levelnya apa saja, subjeknya apa aja di A levelnya. Itu yang bisa nanti kita cross-check bareng. Kira-kira cocok atau tidak. Karena nggak semua subjek di A-level juga untuk bisa masuk dan diterima di jurusan-jurusan tertentu. Student yang menggunakan ujian sekolah nasional dari pemerintah Indonesia diwajibkan memberikan IELTS dengan skor 5,5, minimal 5,5. Untuk ratingnya 5,0. Atau TOEFL juga IBT 79, ratingnya di 17 listening, minimum 17 di writing dan listeningnya, dan 18 dan di reading, 20 untuk di speaking. Beasiswa, scholarship. Nottingham Global Scholarship. Ini adalah entry scholarship bagi semua student baru yang apply untuk tahun 2022. Dan application ini akan kami buka di bulan Oktober, di bulan depan. Jadi teman-teman di sini yang sudah ada nih pengen ke China, tapi masih bingung kampusnya mana, Mandarinnya masih kurang yakin nih Kak, gitu. Boleh kontak ke kami, proses apply-nya cepat, dan kami bantu semua dokumennya, dan kita bisa juga bantu kamu untuk proses scholarship. Ada di sini Nottingham Global Scholarship, ada range 25%, 50%, dan 100%. Ya, lalu juga ada government scholarship untuk yang kalau UG ini undergraduate ya. Jadi buat teman-teman di John Paul ini adalah untuk ambil yang undergraduate. Lalu ada Cicang Government Scholarship juga. Ini family scholarship kalau mungkin teman-teman di sini ada kakak yang sudah kuliah atau pernah kuliah di Nottingham Nimpo bisa dapetin lagi scholarship, dan alumni juga bisa dapat scholarship. Berapa sih Kak biaya kuliahnya? Biaya kuliah untuk di Nottingham Nimpo China ini biaya kuliahnya sendiri sebesar 110.000 renminbi. Ini biaya normal. Biaya normal kalau kalian dapat scholarship pastinya itu juga akan mendapat potongan lagi. Tempat tinggalnya dan living cost, untuk living cost ya, untuk living cost sendiri untuk makan, laundry, mungkin ekstra internet kalau di luar sekolah, itu kurang lebih per bulannya sekitar 6-7 juta dalam bentuk rupiah. Itu bisa lebih, bisa kurang, tergantung dari gaya hidup kalian. Ya, kita lanjut. Akomodasi sendiri tempat tinggal atau kita sebut biasanya dormitory itu terbagi menjadi dua tipe. Ada yang share, ada juga yang single. Untuk yang share ini bukan share kamarnya ya. Jadi ini share-nya lebih ke arah share kitchen, share living room, tapi kamarnya ini private. Jadi kalau mungkin teman-teman di sini lihat gambar yang di sebelah kanan, ini dalam satu kamar, satu bed, ada meja belajar, lemari, baju, lemari, buku juga, dan aircon. Jadi airconnya masing-masing, AC-nya masing-masing. Yang sharing ini adalah untuk tempat meja makan, kamar mandinya pun sendiri itu toilet ada 2, kamar mandi shower 1, ada kitchen, dan juga ada living room. Beberapa ya ada yang punya balkon juga. Semua kamar ada jendela, semua kamar ini punya jendelanya. Jadinya jangan khawatir kalau takutnya berasa pengap atau enggak. Jendelanya juga bisa kebuka walaupun nggak besar, bisa terbuka ya. Nah ini untuk single room-nya. Kalau single room kamar mandi di dalam, kamar semua di dalam. Cuma yang harus share dengan teman satu lantai itu adalah untuk kitchen-nya. Ya, jadi tidak ada living room juga karena semua di lounge. Selain itu, Nottingham sendiri kita juga amat sangat support students yang study di sini. Kalau misalnya nanti kalau mau lulus dari Nottingham, cari kerjanya gampang nggak? Seperti apa nih kampus akan supportnya? Nah, kampus akan support bantu untuk adakan namanya annual job fair. Misalnya kita ada International Career Week, jadi jangan khawatir. Yang penting teman-teman juga harus aktif. Dan di Indonesia sendiri, di Nottingham sendiri ini juga cukup banyak student ambassador. Jadi teman-teman kalau mungkin yang interest pengen jadi misalnya assist orang yang datang untuk berkunjung visit kampus, teman-teman bisa assist, dan itu ada ekstra apa ya kita bilang ekstra income lah buat studentnya. Jadi tergantung lagi ya, pengalaman pasti yang utama karena kalian sudah bisa sambil bekerja, sambil kuliah, kalian juga bekerja di kampus, membantu tim marketing kampus misalnya, bantu untuk jadi student ambassador, itu bisa dilakukan semua di dalam kampus. Ini beberapa brand yang memang kerjasama dan juga banyak juga yang student-studentnya bekerja akhirnya di tempat sini nih. Contoh di Ernst & Young, ada di Nestle. Oke. Nah ini kampus secara keseluruhan, secara garis besarnya. Ini kampus kami. Dan memang benar ini di China. Jadi typically itu sama persis dengan yang ada di UK. Sama persis dengan yang ada di UK. Ya, jadi sama seperti ini, ada jamnya juga, tamannya seluas ini, kami juga ada kantinnya kurang lebih sekarang kita ada 4 kantin, juga ada Starbucks di kampus, di salah satu buildingnya. Di library kampus, kantin, salah satu kantin. Jadi kantin kita ada yang berupa modelannya kayak food court, mini food court, ada juga kantin yang halal, juga ada kantin yang non halal. Dan minimarket ada. Jadi kalau mau cari, misalnya kalau baru datang ke kampus, karena kan butuh sapu, buat bersih-bersih kamar, butuh pel, butuh ember, nah itu minimarket tuh ada. Dan lagi pula kalau dari kampus untuk menuju ke mall terdekat itu kurang lebih 10 menit aja, by bus. Ada yang deket banget sama kampus gitu. Kalau mau jalan kaki juga bisa, cuma ya jadinya lebih lama dan semuanya aman di sana di Ningpo itu aman, less pollution, bukan yang nggak ada polusi, tapi less pollution karena untuk bisnya sendiri mereka tuh menggunakan tenaga baterai. Jadi nggak usah khawatir, aduh ntar kotor di sana atau mungkin bis-bisnya kayaknya serampangan asap knalpot dan pokoknya polusi nggak, di sana benar-benar bersih. Less pollution dan update juga untuk teknologi mereka. Kalau di kampus di sini kebanyakan jalan atau mungkin bisa menggunakan namanya sepeda. Dan untuk pembayaran di kampus itu biasanya sudah dibekali dengan namanya WeChat Pay atau menggunakan namanya Alipay. Nah, teman-teman di sini yang kelas 12 sekarang yang sudah mau ada rencana untuk studi ke China-nya, ini sudah bisa mulai untuk namanya persiapin nih WeChat Pay-nya persiapin namanya akun WeChat-nya. Ya, jangan lupa untuk akun WeChat-nya mulai di-download dari sekarang. Oke. Ini beberapa minimarket. Nah, ini Starbucks-nya juga ada. Ini ada bakery shop-nya. Ini ada jual pulsa, jual SIM card. Kalau mau misalnya perbaiki laptop rusak juga bisa di sini. Semua ada. Mau beli segala macam itu bisa di sini ya. Semua lengkap. Seperti aku bilang tadi, application-nya kita akan buka di next month, di Oktober. Segera kontak Edward untuk tanya-tanya atau mau ada yang lagi private session dengan orang tua, pengen tahu lebih jelas bagaimana apply-nya, bagaimana sih kondisi sana, subjeknya, majornya apa saja, boleh silakan kontak Edward. Ini nomor saya, boleh di capture, bisa di kontak nanti di WhatsApp boleh after sessionnya nanti kita arrange lagi untuk next meeting atau mungkin via call juga boleh. Orang tua juga boleh telepon. Ini aku udah beberapa gambar waktu kita pre-departure briefing di 2019. Jadi memang semua students kami yang terutama untuk ke China dan ke Nottingham ini, kami bantu untuk namanya mengadakan pre-departure briefing. Gunanya adalah untuk bisa saling mengenal sesama students yang berangkat di tahun yang sama, di intake yang sama, dan juga ini juga mempertemukan banyak dengan orang tua. Jadi semua aturan jelas, dokumen juga kita bantu apa aja yang perlu dibawa itu semua yang jelas di awalnya. Ya, intake-nya hanya ada di September. Jadi nanti buat teman-teman kelas 12 ini atau teman-teman yang ambil A-level juga kita akan mulai kuliah di September 2022 nanti. Untuk yang A-level students nanti kan hasilnya akan keluar di bulan Agustus. Jadi itu nggak masalah, apply dulu misalnya sekarang dengan O levelnya atau apply dulu dengan predict A levelnya. Ada prediction-nya diberikan kepada kami untuk bisa kami bantu proses application-nya. Ya, sekian. Mungkin ada yang ingin bertanya?
Oke, sekarang kita mau tanya jawab nih ya bersama Kak Mercy dan mungkin dari tim Edward ini ya. Jadi teman-teman tuh bahkan Bapak Ibu Guru boleh banget nih untuk mengirim pertanyaan di chat box atau sampaikan secara langsung ya Kak.
Ya boleh open mic silakan. Boleh juga chat box. Oke, ada yang tanya mengenai organisasi dan aktivitas di Nottingham ya. Kampus Nottingham sendiri ini banyak sekali aktivitasnya. Kalau mungkin kita bisa dibilang di sini kayak organisasinya ada juga namanya Persatuan Pelajar Indonesia, khusus Indonesia daerah Ningpo, itu juga ada. Ya, jadi semuanya lengkap, organisasi lengkap untuk urusan misalnya mau ke gerejanya gimana Kak? Ada perkumpulannya nggak Kak? Ada. Mau gereja, mau ibadah, misalnya Buddhis mungkin juga ada, semuanya kelompoknya itu ada. Dan kita itu semuanya anak-anak dibiasakan semuanya berunding dalam WeChat group. Jadi akan dibuatkan beberapa grup. Untuk student-student yang baru masuk akan join satu grup besar, di situ akan ada leadernya dan akan banyak dibagi-bagi lagi. Misalnya suka soccer, suka hoki, atau mungkin juga hobinya adalah misalnya lebih kepada untuk urusan desain gitu, itu juga ada semuanya. Jadi komplit. Dan kamu pun juga bisa membuat suatu kayak semacam aktivitas baru yang mungkin belum pernah ada di kampus, tapi harus izin dulu ya, mendapatkan persetujuan oleh kampus. Apakah bisa atau tidak. Paling seperti itu. During summer juga kadang-kadang Nottingham itu memberikan ada summer program dan juga ada aktivitas misalnya mengajar sekitar, anak-anak sekitar daerah Ningpo, itu juga salah satu kegiatannya. Semua di Nottingham ini sendiri belajar menggunakan bahasa Inggris, full in English. Untuk Mandarin itu kita memberikan free untuk tahun pertamanya karena memang dibutuhkan untuk komunikasi. Jadi tidak harus bisa punya HSK, tapi wajib memang membutuhkan IELTS. Oke, next questions-nya. Tadi partnership 4 negara, apakah negara Korea termasuk? Kalau boleh tahu nama-nama kampusnya apa aja? Oke, Oke, nama-nama kampusnya ada banyak sebenarnya, listnya banyak banget. Kalau mungkin kamu mau, ini Michelle boleh kontak ke WhatsApp aku yang tadi, yang di 081293204514. Aku akan share brosur detailsnya, apa saja sih yang kerjasama dengan univ apa saja kerjasamanya Nottingham ini ya. Ada banyak banget lengkap di situ. Apakah memungkinkan untuk students di University of Nottingham di China bisa bertukar tempat belajar dengan University of Nottingham di Malaya dan di UK? Kalau untuk dengan di Malaya atau di UK, kalau di UK sendiri sih bisa, ya. Tapi pastinya itu ada apa ya kita bilangnya, ada standarnya. Semua ada persyaratannya. Kalau misalnya ada beberapa subjek yang masih fail, itu pasti nggak memungkinkan kamu untuk bisa exchange. Mau dengan sesama Nottingham ataupun dengan kampus lain. Jadi itu bisa memungkinkan, balik lagi syaratnya memenuhi atau tidak, ya. Oke, yang masuk nggak pasti berarti bisa apa aja ya kalau jadi. Oke, untuk yang fakulti untuk pasti kalau untuk fakulti engineering, fakulti science itu memang dibutuhkan nilainya seputar jurusan tersebut. Contoh, mau ambil jurusannya chemistry, pasti yang akan dilihat oleh, memang average-nya minimum 70, tapi yang akan dilihat pasti adalah untuk mata pelajarannya di bidang matematika juga kimia. Itu pasti kan lihat. Contohnya, kalau komputer itu pasti akan ada juga matematika itu wajib, matematika pasti akan dilihat, dan juga kalau teman-teman di sini ada mata pelajaran tambahan untuk komputer itu juga akan dilihat. Tapi kalau tidak, matematika yang akan kami cek benar-benar harus pasti, dan memang lebih baik ya background dari IPA kalau untuk science untuk komputer. Kalau untuk IPS biasanya ke humanities, ke business program. Oke, tadi yang Mandarin kelas bersifat mandatory, enggak harus. Jadi Mandarin kelasnya itu optional. Jadi kalau seandainya mereka akan menerapkan nih dalam 1 minggu ada kelas Mandarin hari Senin jam 1 sampai jam 3 sore misalnya, hari Selasa jam berapa, jam berapa. Saat kelas atau jadwal pelajaran, jadwal kuliahnya kalian kosong, kalian boleh masuk, silahkan masuk di kelas-kelas Mandarin tersebut. Banyak juga kakak-kakak kelas yang memang sudah pasti dalam berbahasa Mandarin buka les-lesan kecil-kecilan. Jadi teman-teman di sini nanti yang mungkin sudah ke sana and then dapat grup di WeChat juga bisa namanya join, cari tahu nih kelas mana, senior mana yang open untuk buka les Mandarin. Jadi saat kamu lulus nanti kamu sudah pastinya bisa bahasa Inggris, pasti juga dalam bahasa Mandarin. Lalu ada lagi di sini yang bertanya, oke, kalau saya tidak pernah belajar Mandarin sebelumnya, apakah saya tetap bisa mengikuti Mandarin kelas? Boleh banget. Mandarin kelasnya itu ternyata kelasnya bersifatnya lebih kepada percakapan sehari-hari, baca, juga untuk conversation. Kalau untuk tulis ya, tapi tidak akan detail mungkin ya. Pasti lebih arah ke baca sama ke untuk conversation. Kalau lebih banyak praktek atau teori. Nah, kalau untuk praktek atau teori tergantung nih jurusannya apa. Kalau jurusannya arsitek, pastinya nanti kamu akan lebih banyak bikin project. Ya, tapi semua di mana-mana untuk tahun pertama pastinya akan banyak introduction-nya dulu, teorinya dulu nih. Tahun kedua dan seterusnya. Jika ada memangnya harus praktek atau magang atau bikin project pasti ada. Karena ini sifatnya adalah S1, bachelor, program undergraduate, memang pasti akan lebih dominan untuk di sesi teorinya ya, dibandingkan prakteknya seperti diploma. Kalau misalnya dapat beasiswa 100, aku skip yang sebelumnya dulu. Apakah ada age requirement? Tidak ada age requirement sih so far ya. Balik lagi dulu, kita bisa konsul dulu umurnya berapa nih untuk masuk kelas 12. Kalau misalnya di bawah 17 tahun berapa umurnya, kita measure dulu ya. Apakah portfolio dibutuhkan untuk masuk ke jurusan arsitek? Tidak perlu, tapi nanti kita akan minta kamu juga untuk membuat sebuah personal statement. kenal study plan lah, bisa bilang study plan, dan juga syaratnya ini aku bocorin dikit syaratnya juga. Untuk kelas 12 yang mau segera apply, siapin dari sekarang reference letter dari guru. Siapin surat referensi dari guru dengan head letter sekolah, juga kontak gurunya, detailsnya harus ada, email guru minimal harus ada di situ. Ya, jadi dari sisi akademik kami minta hal seperti itu. Selain rapot juga surat referensi. Surat referensi itu bisa berisinya karakter selama studi di John Paul sendiri, juga dari sisi akademik di sekolah, aktif atau tidak, dan kalaupun aktif seperti apa, itu juga bisa dituangkan oleh guru. Nah, sampelnya untuk study plan, sampel untuk reference letter, aku pribadi punya, nanti bisa kontak aku akan share sampelnya seperti ini, tapi nggak boleh sama persis ya, terutama untuk personal statement atau study plan, karena itu akan sudah masuk ke sistemnya kampus, itu akan sangat terbaca kalau kamu cuma copy paste. Jadi jangan sampai copy paste, bikin versi sendiri, versi kamu sendiri. Kenapa pengen pilih ke kampus Nottingham? Kenapa pengen study di China? Mau jadi apa sih nanti setelah lulus, dan bagaimana Nottingham China ini kamu harapkan untuk bisa support dreams-nya kamu sendiri. Oke? Next-nya, semisalnya dapat beasiswa 100%, apa itu untuk 4 tahun? Untuk beasiswa 125, 50, dan 100% yang tadi aku sebutin di global scholarship, itu untuk beasiswa masuk, entry scholarship. Tahun berikutnya gimana, Kak? Wah, jangan khawatir, kalau di Nottingham ini scholarship-nya amat sangat banyak variasinya. Gitu. Balik lagi ya, kalau seandainya GPA atau IPK itu juga jadi syarat. Jangan sampai GPA kamu di bawah 3,2. Nanti apply-nya juga sulit kan untuk beasiswa. Jadi banyak macam variasinya untuk beasiswa di Nottingham. Itu dan besarannya variasi juga tergantung dari GPA yang kamu punya dan kuota. Dan sekali lagi ada kuotanya. Untuk semua beasiswa itu ada kuotanya, termasuk juga beasiswa entry tadi, global scholarship itu. Kalau seandainya kalian pengen dapat scholarship nih, pastikan dapat paling tidak nih, yang apply-nya harus di Oktober sampai paling nggak di bulan Februari paling maksimal. Itu pun juga sisa-sisa kuotanya paling udah tinggal dikit-dikit. Sisa kuota paling banyak ya pastinya early application. Oke. Ya, ketika sudah lulus UNNC, mayoritas mendapatkan penawaran kerja di mana saja ya, Kak, dan apakah ada partnership? Yes, ada banget. Aku coba share lagi deh, share screen-nya ya, sebentar. Tadi aku udah share beberapa. Oke. Nah, ini adalah contoh beberapa perusahaan yang memang anak-anak didik kami di Nottingham ini lulus kerja di company-company ini. Bisa kerja di China nggak sih, Kak, nanti kalau setelah lulus? Bisa aja, nggak ada yang nggak mungkin. Karena untuk sekarang ini di China sendiri pun mereka juga butuh orang-orang yang memang bisa bahasa Inggris. Kalau kalian juga bisa bahasa Mandarin, meskipun mungkin masih bahas dan tahap conversation aja, itu juga nggak masalah. Semua tuh bisa. Masih bisa untuk komunikasi lah paling nggak ya, dan itu bisa memungkinkan kamu untuk bekerja di sini. Dan jangan lupa tadi yang aku bilang tadi, info tadi, kalau kampus juga memberikan fasilitas untuk job fair. Jadi udah akan ada banyak perusahaan-perusahaan yang akan melakukan fair-nya, menawarkan pekerjaan, membuka lowongan bagi student-student dari UNNC. Oke, berikutnya. Soal A-level prediction score bisa digunakan ya kalau exam lain, misal SAT, ACT berarti nggak mesti kenyit, tapi kita based on dari A-levelnya. Prediction A-level bisa digunakan, tapi tetap A-level certificate nantinya setelah kalian lulus ujian A-levelnya itu tetap harus disubmit. Ya, jadi untuk awalnya nih biar mendapatkan offer letter dulu, biar mendapatkan surat penerimaan, submit dulu untuk A-level prediction-nya. Dan masuknya di second year, total durasi 3 tahun, untuk minimum skornya adalah triple B. Oke, untuk 3 subjek. Oke, mungkin sebelum lanjut, aku mau share dulu video mengenai nanti. Masih ada waktu kan ya, Calvin? Masih ada waktu ya?
Masih ada, Kak, masih 10 menit.
Oke, aku akan share video sebentar ya.
Oke, boleh Kak.
Mungkin Kak Safa bisa bantu share videonya, Kak Safa.
UNC has got a very unique proposition. We are the first foreign university in China, so we have the longest history to deliver Western education.
We're extremely well embedded in the local community in what is actually quite a beautiful city.
When students studying here in UNNC, they can taste the British education plus a China local environment.
A UK university in China, which is a lot better because not only I can practice my English, I can also learn Chinese at the same time.
It is the only place where you know for sure that everywhere you go, there's people who speak English, people who understand you.
I think UNC is all about experience.
You get out of your comfort zone. You get to discover more things. You become more independent.
In this university, we have really different experience, like different knowledges, background, accents as well. This is really valuable.
Here it's more diverse. It's more about learning every day. You don't only learn from class, you learn from the people around you.
Compared to the UK campus, we do have a better student and staff ratio, which means that students have a better access to our staff. So they get a lot more nurturing, they get a lot more care.
The professors are amazing. I mean, they come from all over the world. Their experienced teachers are very welcoming and they're very encouraging.
In our faculty, we have just under 100 staff. They come from about 40 different countries.
You're taught by the same methods and to the same standards as you would if you went to the University of Nottingham in the UK.
It really helps developing students' worldwide view to become a true global citizens.
China is the world emerging power in terms of economics and technology.
In UNC, we have what we call a research lab teaching, also practice lab teaching, where we apply our research in cultivating student ability for future career pathways.
It is a really life-changing experience. Like, I had the best year of my life in this university.
You're doing an English degree in China, and China's a really exciting place, I think, particularly for international students, to see what's going on here.
China has everything, like online shopping, and then the food is very diverse.
Watching a documentary was not enough, reading a book is not enough. I had to come here by myself and see how it's done.
Just go and try it yourself, it's good.
Thank you, Kak Safa. Oke, next ada teman-teman lagi yang mau bertanya, silakan. English diperjelas tentang English with international bisa, apakah itu sebuah bukan double degree, itu bukan double degree. Jadi belajarnya international business menggunakan jadi lebih fokus lagi untuk bahasa Inggrisnya. Jadi ekstra lagi. Mungkin kalau kamu tahu ada English for Business. Nah, jadi nggak hanya untuk English conversation aja, tapi mengerti juga istilah-istilah dalam bidang bisnis spesialnya. Sama kayak misalnya di teknik, di engineering, di computing contohnya, ada bahasa program dalam bahasa Inggris. Nah, ini untuk yang di bidang bisnisnya. Ya, jadi nggak double degree, tetap degree-nya adalah satu untuk bisnis program. Oke. Ada lagi yang bertanya? Di teman-teman di sini juga tadi Kak Syafa ada download untuk flyersnya. Ini flyersnya berisi list list major kuliah. Jadi teman-teman di sini yang pengen tanya, ada gak sih jurusan kuliah yang aku mau? Boleh cek di download flyersnya. Ini aku akan copy paste lagi. Atau Kak Syafa boleh tolong di share lagi link untuk download flyersnya?
Oke, boleh.
Thank you.
Share ya.
Iya. Dan ada juga teman-teman mungkin di sini masih mungkin sungkan untuk bertanya atau mungkin pengen dapat kita bisa kontak-kontakan lagi setelah ini, bisa isi absensinya. Nanti kita akan hubungi segera mungkin dan kita mungkin bisa janjian lagi untuk private Zoom atau private call dengan parents juga silakan. Kita akan bahas lebih detail bagaimana cara masuk ke Nottingham, apa saja yang perlu dipersiapkan, bagaimana prosesnya sekarang ini, itu bisa kita bantu semuanya ya teman-teman. Kontak ke WhatsApp aku, WhatsApp-nya ada di sini, di save nomornya silakan. Jadi nanti bisa WhatsApp-WhatsAppan lagi sama aku, chatting-chatting lagi, tanya banyak hal ya. Kita welcome untuk student tanya 10, kelas 11 dan 12. Pastinya untuk masuk ke kampus ini harus yang sudah graduate kelas 12 ya. Oke, ada lagi pertanyaan kah? Tentang WeChat. Oh, enggak, WeChat ini diperuntukkan bagi student-student nanti kalau yang sudah pengen masuk ke Nottingham, sudah mau ke China nih, kamu sudah harus download aplikasi namanya WeChat. Kenapa? Karena nanti saat di China dengan kampus-kampus, dengan orang-orang di kampus, dengan teman-teman, student, ataupun dengan tim manajemen juga, atau mungkin dengan dosen, itu semua komunikasinya kebanyakan dengan WeChat. Karena WeChat itu agak sedikit tricky untuk di-download, jadi segeralah download dari sekarang kalau kalian yang memang sudah interest untuk ke China, terutama ke Nottingham. Oke. Terima kasih juga. Ada yang ingin bertanya lagi? Waktu kita tinggal berapa menit lagi ya, James?
Tinggal 3 menit lagi, Kak.
Oh, 3 menit lagi. Oke.
Ini teman-teman yang mungkin mau bertanya lagi, boleh ya. Jangan malu-malu.
Ya, silakan. Aku ada satu video lagi nih, share dari Indonesian student. Aku boleh share ya sekarang ya, mumpung masih ada waktu.
Boleh banget, Kak.
Oke.
There's like several reasons. Like first of all, it's the UK campus here in China. It's a very common thing to learn Chinese right now because it's in China. You got to learn Chinese, but then you got to learn English as well. It's bilingual school, and then the most important thing is it's not only UK campus in China. You got a UK degree and you got Chinese. For the living accommodations, because I go to lots of campus, like I visit lots of campus here in China. The good thing about the accommodations here in UNNC is that they provide us better accommodations that supports the integration between the students. So even though like you live separately in the buildings, you still got to see each other. So you're more closer with the people here. Also, a good thing about UNNC is that they support the organizations a lot. Like they have different organizations based on different aims. Like I joined like several organizations like Vis-a-Vis, Student Union, and ISOC. They give us opportunity to learn more about stuff. For example, ISOC like they gave me opportunity to learn how to make an event here, like a major event, like a dinner, formal dinner, and Vis-a-Vis they tell me how to make a travel event. It's like mostly it's event oriented, but it's very useful. And also like you got to get along with the Chinese as well, which to improve your Chinese. And the most thing I like here is that they literally everything you can find it here, and it's not separate. I'm pretty sure you've heard of the high street. It's literally everything is there. You can buy vegetables, you can buy fruits, you can buy like lots of pretty things like girls like, and souvenir shop. And they have supermarket as well. They have cafes, they have Starbucks, and they have Subway as well. Yeah, it's very good. UNNC offers us lots of variety programs to motivate their students to study more. Most known program would probably the scholarship program. They offer like a varieties of scholarship programs. You can see it from the UNNC website. It's very useful. So don't forget to look at the website as well at nottingham.edu.cn. All the information are stated there. And then I want to mention about the other programs as well is the exchange program. It's for everybody actually, as long as you're qualified. And UNNC has lots of universities. Well, UNNC cooperates with lots of universities in Europe, so you can like choose, and then you got to see the tutor, and then the tutor will tell you what to do.
Last year, I got an opportunity to study abroad to UK. University of Nottingham in UK campus. Exchange to UK has been a really great opportunity for me because it enabled me to nurture my personality and also allows me to be more disciplined to myself and expose me to more diverse culture and social background.
And he was like, oh, there's this one opportunity. I think that you have to ask the owner. And I asked the owner, and yeah, I got it. And it was pretty okay because I've got to practice my Chinese as well as my English, but mostly my Chinese because that was my main purpose of having my part-time job. From UNNC, I think there's also apart from academic stuff, I also got some experience. I got to learn a lot of different experiences like volunteer. Yeah, it was like from summer social practice. I went to Henan, I went to Jiangsu province, and some of my friends went to Chongqing, and some of other friends also went to Gansu province, which was very, very poor. And I think that it was very, very good opportunity for students like us. It tells us how life could be difficult outside of our comfort zone.
About the library. The library that UNNC gives provide a really comfortable environment for you to study in, and a variety of books that you can choose from and study from. And also, if you don't feel like studying in the library, you can go to the gardens where you can have picnic, chill with your friends, and also study during the sunny days, of course. And also, if you don't feel like studying in the garden or the library, you can also go to the cafes and newly renovated Canteen 4. The library also presents you with academic literacy center, which gives proofreading and improve your English at the same time. And also, personal tutor is given by the school, so you can talk about your university life.
So this is my third year here. I think the school has been very nice to me in terms of my learning experience and organizational experience. During the 3 years that I've been here, I've joined the campus ambassadors as the international ambassador. I've also been given the chance to become the international department head in the Students' Union in our school. Also, the school has given me a lot of benefits as a student. During my first year, I received the President's Scholarship, and for my second year, I received the Provost Scholarship. So about life here in China, I think has been very comfortable. Personally, I liked it a lot. I found that adapting to the environment here wasn't very challenging. I think it's important if you can practice your Mandarin, that would be very good. Life on campus has been made very easy by the school. We have ATMs on campus, we have supermarkets on campus, different canteens with different types of food, so you don't really get bored very fast. Also about the lifestyle here, I found it to be quite different, but at the same time very new and exciting because there are things such as Taobao. Buying things becomes very easy, and if you want to go anywhere, the public transportation is very integrated.
我觉得如果你在像要去外国上大学，我觉得如果你在我觉得 UNNC 宁波诺丁汉大学是一个很好的选择。
来加入我们在诺丁汉，谢谢。
Oke, sekian dari Hemning for China. Teman-teman, kalau ada yang bertanya, silakan kontak ke nomor aku via WhatsApp tadi di 081293204514. Demikian James atau Calvin, aku kembalikan ke tim John Paul. Terima kasih.
Oke, terima kasih Kak. Mungkin kalau ada teman-teman yang mau bertanya lebih lanjut, boleh banget ya untuk mengontak tim dari EduWorld atau mungkin dari Kak Marcia sendiri ya. Tadi udah di-share juga nomor WhatsApp-nya dan semuanya itu udah tersedia di kolom chat box. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, we have now come to the end of the session. Kita sudah berada di dalam akhir sesi, but before we close, we would like to hear a brief message from our teacher representatives. Maybe from Miss Arlene.
Yeah, Calvin, thank you. Good afternoon, especially to the representative of EduWorld, Miss Marcy and team. Thank you very much for bringing University of Nottingham, Ningbo, China to us today. And I'm really impressed with the university. So I hope our students who want to study abroad will take the opportunity. And I really believe that Nottingham University is your great choice for studying abroad. So once again, thank you, Ms. Marcy and team, and we hope to work with you again in the future. In behalf of John Paul School, thank you, God bless, and more power.
Terima kasih, Ms. Arlene. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, Miss Arlene. Untuk Kak Marcy, mungkin karena sama-sama dari EduWorld, mungkin kita fotonya nanti di sesi kedua. Jadi,
boleh.
Oke, jadi aku
sekalian ya.
Iya, jadi aku pengen ngucapin juga terima kasih banyak pada Kak Marcy atas presentasinya. Semoga para siswa juga tertarik untuk melanjutkan jenjang pendidikan ke depannya di University of Nottingham, Ningbo, China. Apalagi tadi presentasinya sudah sangat jelas, menarik, dan juga cukup banyak ya pertanyaan dari para siswa. Okay, so we also thank the participants who have listened and participated from the beginning until the end of this presentation. Finally, I'm Calvin, and I apologize for anything that we have done that doesn't meet your expectations. Thank you, everyone, and have a wonderful day. Now, I'm giving the floor back to our host.
Recording stopped.
Thank you very much, Calvin. For our next presentation for today, it will be from LaSalle College of the Arts, Singapore. But before that, we will have a quick break for preparations. And our second session will be continued using the Zoom, and we will start at precisely 1. So please join us on time. Thank you very much for your attention.
Progress.
Welcome back, everyone. We are now on our second and last session for today, and for this session, we have LaSalle College of the Arts Singapore with us, and I would like to call on Jayanti to help guide this presentation.
Okay, I know it's a very short break, but welcome back, EduWorld and team, and everyone to the next session of our Virtual Education Fair 2021 John Paul Senior High School. Again, we would like to remind everyone to turn off all microphones so that the presentation will run smoothly. Questions may be sent in the chat box, or you may ask them directly to the presenter after the presentation. Friendly reminder for John Paul School students, please don't forget to take a screenshot of your screen to be uploaded in the attendance list. Let's not wait any longer. Our university presenters are here. We hope that you learn new things through this opportunity to know more about LaSalle College of the Arts Singapore. May we call the representative from LaSalle College of the Arts Singapore. The time is now yours.
Okay, it's my time, right? All right.
Hi,
Okay.
Holmes.
Hey, hi.
Hey,
this is the
I
first.
cannot
Can you see me? I'm right here.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, so student Jerry John Paul, this is Holmes from LaSalle College of the Arts Singapore. Ya, dan LaSalle College of the Arts ini hanya ada di Singapura. Jadi tidak ada di negara manapun, di kota manapun, only in Singapore. So for the time, silakan Holmes.
Yeah, of
Share
course.
for
Thank
the
you so much.
presentation.
Yes, Marcy, thank you. Okay, so this is the first time I'm actually doing a fair whereby the students are the moderators, is it? Or the one that's introducing the representative. So this is something really special. Thank you so much, guys, for having me here today for John Paul School. As per the introduction, my name is Humaira. You can call me Hums for short. I'm actually the senior executive for the admissions office in LaSalle College of the Arts. I have a bad habit. I kind of speak really fast. Okay, unfortunately. So at any point in time, if you're not able to get me, or if I speak really too much like a bullet train, feel free to just type it out in the chat box and let me know. As much as possible, I'll try to see the chat box and see how best I can slow myself down, because this is a habit from young, so it's pretty hard for me to change really quickly over time. Okay, so without further ado, let me just quickly share my screen with you. Just give me a second. Okay, so here we go. All right, so if you could just give me a quick thumbs up if you can see my screen, that would be great for me to know. Okay, great, thank you so much. So I'll just make it full screen. Okay, so okay. Right, so welcome again. A very good afternoon to everyone from John Paul School in Bekasi. This is LaSalle College of the Arts here in Singapore, and whatever that you're looking at in front of you is actually not really a rendering or a drawing. It's actually a photograph of the actual school taken sometime in the evening. So that's when all the lights come up. So if you've not been to Singapore before, or rather you've not been to LaSalle before, we're actually located in the heart of Bugis, whereby it's pretty near Orchard area. We've got shopping malls, cafes, restaurants, cinemas, so on and so forth. So it's at a very great proximity. We're founded in 1984. Okay, so as of 2021, we're actually 37 years old. I think pretty prominent for a school. In 2012, we actually partnered with Goldsmiths, University of London, for our bachelor's and master's programs. And in 2021, of course, a few months back, if you have heard about it, we're actually approved to become part of Singapore's first University of the Arts. So that's history in the making. So like what Marcy mentioned earlier, I know there's actually a few LaSalle schools in the world. We've got a LaSalle College in Jakarta. We have a LaSalle College in Surabaya. We even have a LaSalle Senior High School or Senior High Boys School in Malaysia. So although we have the same name, but just to clarify that we are a standalone institution, so we do not have any affiliations or partnership with any other LaSalles in the world. Okay, so we are a specialized arts college to begin with. So of course, some mission vision, like what all schools have. I'm sure John Paul has its own mission vision that you believe in. So this is actually a video of our campus at McNally. You will be able to see some of the common spaces, studios, works that students do, and a lot. And some of the students as well, our old students. So let me just reshare this with you, because earlier on I forgot to click in the share sound button here. All right, so, okay, here we go. So I'm gonna play this really short video, okay? So please enjoy. Okay, so that's just the short video that we have for you. Early on in the video, you may have seen like another campus, all right? So that's actually our Winstead campus. It's our second campus here in Singapore. So in Singapore, we've got two campuses for LaSalle. One is at McNally, which is where I'm at right now. I'm in office today. And another one is at Winstead Road, but it's not far, maybe just 10 minutes drive, or we've got shuttle buses as well to ferry students to and fro. So it is also at a very great proximity. I mean, if you have been to Singapore before and you like seafood per se, you may have actually been to New 10 Food Center, where they actually serve really great seafood at a very affordable price. All right, so we understand the fact that, you know, you've got so many schools. In fact, Nottingham University just presented earlier. So of course you would know that there are so many universities that you can consider. But of course, our aim here today is to actually present to you 10 wonderful reasons on why you should choose LaSalle as your study destination. So first and foremost, we are Asia's leading contemporary arts and design institution. So if you're thinking of doing business or maybe IT or maybe computer science or psychology, unfortunately, we do not have all of those programs. So all of our programs are visual and performing arts targeted, okay? And you would also have opportunities for unlimited interdisciplinary creative collaborations. What exactly is interdisciplinary? It simply means doing projects with students from different programs, for example. So most universities do not offer this. So for example, if you're in the business faculty, you know, School of Business, you just do stuff in School of Business. You don't really do stuff with the School of IT students. But in LaSalle, we emphasize quite a bit towards creative collaborations in an interdisciplinary manner. So students will have the opportunity to actually mingle around with students from other programs, okay? So for example, fashion and musical theater, or fashion and film, or, you know, design communication and musical theater, so on and so forth. So it's a really great learning experience for all of our students. Okay, learning environment. I'm not sure what is the class size in John Paul, okay, but in Singapore, if you are in a senior high school, we're talking about maybe one lecturer to, I guess, 40 to 45 students at max, all right? So that's a really huge class size. But in LaSalle, we emphasize or prioritize optimal class size, so which means one lecturer to maybe about just 20 to 25 students at max, okay? So, you know, students can also get the attention, vice versa, focus vice versa with the lecturers. Indeed, it is a very diverse community because, you know, 40% of our students are international students. So we've got a big group of students from Indonesia, of course. We have friends from South Korea, from Thailand, from Malaysia. We even have students from the western side of the world, which is like, you know, United Kingdom. We even have students used to be from Brazil also. So it's a really good learning culture, okay? Full of artistic energy. And earlier on for the bachelor's and the master's programs, I mentioned that it's accredited by Goldsmiths, right? But just to clarify slightly that although it's accredited by Goldsmiths, but the programs, the curriculum of the programs are all developed by our very own faculty member, and it caters more towards the Southeast Asian market. So it's all original and programs developed by our very own school staff, teaching staff. Reason number 6, most of our lecturers and our teaching staff have actually perhaps worked in the industry for maybe about 5 to 10 years. So, you know, some of them are also practitioners, which means they do something, they have another job on the sideline, you know, and teaching at the same time. So you can be rest assured that the information that you will get would definitely be top-notch information, updated, most revised information that would be beneficial for you in the creative industry. Okay, so if you're going to squint your eyes a little bit to the lady in black on the left side of the slide, you will be able to see that she's actually Victoria Beckham. I mean, her name is on the slide as well. If you don't know who Victoria Beckham is, okay, it's definitely David Beckham's wife, and we all know that, you know, she's a fashionista. She has her own label, you know. She's a successful businesswoman. So yes, indeed, Victoria Beckham actually did come to LaSalle many years back to give a talk to our fashion students. And if you like Star Wars per se, okay, the creator of Star Wars, which is George Lucas, he also came into LaSalle to speak to our film and animation students. If you guys play games on a computer, we've got the Assassin's Creed, the creators of Assassin's Creed also came to LaSalle to give a talk to our students as well. So these are called masterclasses, and not many universities offer such masterclasses. LaSalle specifically does. Okay, so creative projects, what you see on the slide right now are actually students who actually went on to do their overseas study exchange, okay, in another country, in another city. So from what they're wearing, you can easily tell that, you know, it's not a country in Asia per se, you know, because they've got 4 seasons and they're wearing thick jackets and knitwears and stuff like that. So it's a great learning culture and opportunities, you know, to be part of top global brands for your projects. So it's pretty cool. We're ranked 3rd under the QS World University Rankings for Art and Design in Singapore. And of course, reason number 10, which is the final reason, is that be it if you're in the diploma or the bachelor's program, you would have to go through a mandatory internship. Okay, either in your second year, second semester, or in your final year, first semester, for 1 semester, so about 4 to 5 weeks, for you to work in Singapore, and you will be earning your monthly salary in Singapore dollars. So internship is like a job placement, you know, it's a time for you to expose yourself, you know, show off your talents and your skills in the industry, because it will really open up your eyes and broaden your network connections with the industries. Okay, so these are some of the many places that our students are currently working at or have worked at before. So if you see Lucasfilm is actually the one that creates Star Wars, and they've got a they've got a headquarters here in Singapore. So some of our students interned there and got a full-time job after graduation. We've got some of our musical theatre students who have actually moved to London to work with West End Theatre as performers. Okay, so next, of course, you've got so many countries to consider for your higher learning, but why should you choose Singapore? I think a lot of Indonesians have been to Singapore before, but of course, we also have a few who have not been to Singapore. And really quick, wonderful reason is that we're actually ranked first as the world's most competitive economy. It's always good to stay on top because, you know, it keeps you at your toes, not because you want to be best, but because, you know, we've got key strengths really in terms of public finance, skilled labor force, technological infrastructure, so on and so forth. But the most important thing is, as a student in LaSalle, it prepares you to become game changers and creative leaders, because throughout your study, you may actually have projects collaborating with external organizations or external companies in the creative industries. So, you know, it kind of opens up your eyes, pretty much similar to your job placements and your internship process. So it creates a lot of strategic partnerships. Okay, look at a beautiful picture in front of you. So this is actually the Marina Bay Sands. Yeah. So the 3 stripes that you see, I mean, the 3 vertical building that you see in front of you is actually the Marina Bay Sands Hotel. It's one of the most prominent and luxurious hotels here in Singapore, because the night fees are not cheap. Per night fees are not cheap. And yeah, it's at a really great location. And of course, Singapore, being Singapore, we are multi-regulated. Okay, so we have to wear a mask the moment you step out of your houses. And, you know, it's pretty evident, you know, by how the government actually manages the whole pandemic, the whole COVID situation, where we're at a comfortable number of cases. And yeah, really great, safe city to be in. Your parents would be most assured. And I think pretty much similar to Indonesia, whereby, you know, You've got people of different races, and certainly you've got people of different cultures and different ethnicities that come together. But because Indonesia is really huge, so you're not really able to see so much. But because Singapore, we're just one little red dot on that particular big globe, okay, so you are actually able to see the different cultures and the different races here in Singapore. So for myself, I'm actually the Malays. So I've got Chinese friends, I've got Indian friends, I've got Eurasian friends, and of course we have the expats that come here to work. And expats find that the country is pretty good, safe for children, so they bring their families here to live and to study here in Singapore. So international students like yourselves can definitely thrive in this multicultural environment. Okay, because of the superior geographical location, we've got convenient transportation. Singapore is really tiny, so going from the eastern to the western side of Singapore just takes you about 45 minutes by bus or by train. But if you're driving, it's even faster, perhaps just 30 minutes with no traffic. So that's how tiny it is. Okay, of course, we don't have other cities here in Singapore because we just have Singapore. So we don't have in Indonesia they've got Jakarta, they've got Medan, they've got Bekasi, they've got Surabaya, so on and so forth. But in Singapore, it's really just Singapore. So you stay at different areas, but it's a city on its own. Okay, this is actually along the whole Tanjong Pagar area. So very beautiful buildings as well. Okay. All right, so our programs. So earlier on, we spoke about 10 reasons why you should consider LaSalle, and then we spoke about 5 reasons on why you should consider Singapore as a study destination. So finally, we're moving on to the programs that the college offers. So I think this is pretty important for students like yourself, whether you're in grade 11 or grade 12, or you're still in grade 10, if there are students in grade 10 here. It's always good to plan early, right? So we've got programs like fashion, fine arts, interior design, product design, music, musical theater, so on and so forth. And they only start in August each year. Okay, so if you do miss this particular August intake, unfortunately, you have to take a gap year and join the next one. So do you have to be an art student to come into LaSalle, or do you have to score super well for art, or do you have to score super well for your studies, and so on and so forth? The admissions criteria is seen here. I understand from the school profile that students in John Paul actually take up the national curriculum. Okay, correct me if I'm wrong. And you guys also do Cambridge curriculum, possibly the IGCSEs maybe, and also the A-levels, right? So we do take in all of these, okay? So if you're using your national curriculum, SMA 3, you're eligible to apply for both diploma and the bachelor's program, whichever that you find comfortable with applying. And the only difference is that for your diploma, you don't have to submit an IELTS score. But for the bachelor's, you would have to give us an IELTS of 6.0 or TOEFL or PT academic, whichever. If you're talking about the Cambridge qualification, then of course, if you do have the O-levels or the IGCSEs per se, you can apply for the diploma program. And if you do have the A-levels, you are eligible to apply for our bachelor's, right? So of course, if you've got questions about the qualification, you can actually ask me later after the session, or you can type it in the chat box. Okay, so because LaSalle is an arts college, we're a specialized arts college, so certainly we would also need something else to kind of see whether you're suitable for the program or not. So that component is actually made up of the portfolio or the audition videos, depending on your choice of program. So for example, if you're intending to apply for programs like fashion, fine arts, interior design, these are called visual arts program. Okay, if you're intending to apply for something like dance, musical theater, acting, performance, these are called performing arts programs. So there's a difference. So if you are intending to apply for a visual arts program, then certainly you will need to submit a set of portfolio for us to assess, for the faculty members to assess. Or if you're applying for a performing arts program, then you will need to submit some audition videos for consideration to support your application, on top of your SMA 3 or A-levels predicted scores or IGCSEs and stuff like that. Okay, so there will be an interview for the BA programs applications. Okay, so interviews on selection basis, we will definitely let you know. Tuition fees, I'm not sure if this is pretty important for you, but it may be for your parents. Okay, so if you're intending to apply for the diploma programs, which is the diploma, you are eligible to apply for tuition grant, which is the one on the left under the international column, right? But the thing about taking up the tuition grant is that you would have to work in a Singapore entity for 3 years after you graduate, and it's not a bad thing after all. Okay. So these fees are for 1 year, and 1 year comes in 2 semesters. So you got to divide the price by 2 to pay every 6 months. And for this one here, if you're intending to apply for the BA program, then you would have to pay the full fees of 24,990 for 1 year in Singapore dollars. And this is the master's. I don't think it applies to you at this juncture because you guys are doing the senior high school curriculum right now. Okay, so we've got scholarships. Okay, we've got scholarships, pretty great scholarship for students who have been offered a place for full-time programs. It's called the Future Leader because we want you to be future leaders. Open to all nationalities. Of course, Indonesians are free to apply. And some criteria that we look at, I think this is pretty normal for people who want to apply. I mean, for students who want to apply for scholarships, they do take a look at certain criteria. And it will cover up to about 5,000 for diploma students and 10,000 Sing dollars for the BA students. So we are talking about Singapore dollars, okay, not Indonesian rupiahs. And the thing about our scholarship is that it has to be applied annually. So if you're talking about new students, if you're a new student and you're referring to new students coming in, you will be eligible to apply for the Future Leader. But once you have once you have progressed to your second year, you'll be considered a current student. And when you are a current student, you will have a lot more scholarship options and some aids that you can choose from. Okay, you can speak to our Student Services Office about that. Okay, we've got the Graduate Showcase, another interesting video for you to look at or for you to watch. So every year in the month of May, we have this thing called the LaSalle Show. So what the LaSalle Show does is that we collate all the final year students from the diploma level, BA, and also the masters, whereby they will actually showcase their works in public, in school, okay, in the campus, for the public masses to come and view them. These are the little things that the college does to help students also to gain employment, okay, after they graduate. And at the same time, because, because of the coronavirus pandemic situation that is happening right now, this LaSalle Show was actually moved online for the year 2020. But in 2021, we have done it in a hybrid version. So I will be able to share with you the link later. So certain works are showcased online and then certain works are also showcased in school. Okay, so it's a very interesting video with a very catchy background music. You will be able to see the kind of works that our students do in the different programs. So please enjoy this video. Let me play it for you.
thing started. Let's get this thing started.
Okay, right. So I hope you enjoyed that very useful video. Actually, all of the videos that you've seen earlier, you can actually watch it on our YouTube platform. So I think Marcy, who's actually also in this session together with a team, they're part of EduWorld, okay? And EduWorld is actually our appointed representative in Indonesia. They've actually sent plenty of students from Indonesia here to LaSalle in Singapore, okay? So you should be liaising with them, you know, let's say if you've got questions about portfolio requirements or application deadlines, so on and so forth. They're actually the best people to consult because, you know, they're based in Indonesia and, you know, they're much closer to you than I am. So feel free to snap a picture, okay, this picture with your phones if you're interested, and you can contact them for more information. I believe later on Marcy will also be able to share with you her contact details as well. So we're on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and Instagram, the norm social medias. In fact, our YouTube page is also very useful for our prospective students because not only will you be able to watch the 2 videos that I've shown you earlier, you will be able to see other videos like student sharing, you know, open houses, open house and college events videos, faculty sharing session videos, so on and so forth. So it is indeed a very useful platform for prospective students like yourselves. And we've got the Instagram as well. I'm sure 99.999% of you do use Instagram. So you can actually follow us on Instagram for more updates too. And we have come to the end of the presentation. Okay, so I will stop sharing at this juncture. We're open to the Q&A. So let's see if you guys have like any questions. You can maybe drop it in the chat box. Okay, or you can also, I don't know if you can unmute yourself and ask, but if you're a little bit shy, you can also put it up in the chat box where I would be able to answer your questions accordingly, and Marcy would also be able to assist me if you guys would prefer to speak Bahasa as well. It's not an issue really. So feel free, questions time. Any questions, guys?
Right, so now is the time for question and answer session. If you have any questions, please turn on the microphone or write it in the chat box. Participants who want to ask questions are welcome.
This is really indeed the first school that asks the assistance of the students to be moderators. I think it's pretty cool. I've never, done a presentation with students as moderators. Something really refreshing to see. Yeah, nice. No worries. Okay. Oh yay, okay. So there is a question here from Debbie that says, hello, could you give us more detailed info about the portfolio? Very good question, Debbie. You know, I mean, questions are always great because at the end of the day, the question that you have may also be questions that other students may have, right? So questions are really good. So Debbie, to answer your question, let me just share screen with you on my website here. So I'm actually on LaSalle's website. I hope you can see this. Okay, so if you're on this particular page, you are on the right website. Okay, You will see some human here and all that. So we are on the right website. So if you want to take a look at, portfolio requirements, you simply have to go to the program page. And how do you do that is you just have to go to the program that you want to. So for example, if you're keen in, I don't know, what is it? Animation art, for example. Okay. So you click on BA and you go to animation art, which is right here. So once you click on this one, it will bring you to the program page. And the program page is actually a very useful platform, or rather a useful page for you to know more about the program. You simply have to, you can read a lot of things. Okay, let's say if you want to know more what the module is all about, you can even click on this one right here and read about the modules. Okay, but portfolio requirements per se, you can just simply click on admission information, go to entry requirements. If you want to know, you want to see the entry requirements again, you just click Indonesia, which is this one right here, and you will be able to see. Ignore one. I know that you guys don't have Ujian Nasional any longer, so you can just ignore that. And it will probably be just the SMA 3 ijazah that I was telling you about earlier. Okay, and here we go. So the portfolio requirements are all actually stated here super clearly, so you can take a look. Okay. So the thing about portfolio is that a tip and trick would actually be to provide us with a variety of mediums, because, if your mediums, meaning some drawing, some sketching, some painting, some animation works, if you're applying for animation, some packaging design or digital art, so on and so forth, photographs are also part of portfolio. So you should not be giving us portfolios that is the same medium throughout, because the faculty members would want to take a look at how creative we can be. There is no rigid requirement on you need to give 2 photographs, 2 sketches, 2 drawings. No, we don't have such things, because we want to see how talented you can be. You don't have to be a perfect artist, but if you can show potential, that's pretty great already. Okay, and yeah, you are also able to see your faculty members here as well. Okay. And some of the competitions that our students have partaked in. And yeah, so this is really great platform. Okay. So, wow, we've got so many questions. I love it. Okay, we've got Michelle asking, what is the difference between film and acting? So before that, Debbie, I hope that answers your question. Let's see if you have more, feel free to just type it out. I'll answer in a bit. So Michelle is asking, what is the difference between film and acting? Okay, so Debbie, great question. Film is actually a visual arts program, number 1. Acting is a performing arts program. If you want to apply for film, you have to submit a portfolio. If you want to apply for acting, you have to submit some audition videos. So film is about storytelling, not really storytelling, creating films, like you will learn script writing, possibly video editing, videography, cinematography, so on and so forth. But if you're talking about acting, it helps you develop yourself as an actor. So you do a lot of stage performances, you do a lot of plays, you work together with the musical theater students, the dance students, and all of that. So it's a completely different program altogether. Okay, James is asking if there is an entrance exam we need to join to enter LaSalle College. So we don't have any entrance exam per se. What would determine would actually be your portfolio or the audition videos that you need to submit. So of course, you need to fulfill 2 things, your academic requirements. Okay, that's 1. Number 2 is the audition of the portfolio requirement. So this would determine the outcome of the application. So there is no other entrance exam and stuff like that. Okay. Rikuto is asking if there are student clubs in LaSalle. Also, as an international student, are there student housing dormitories provided, or would I have to search for my own housing? Very good questions. So first and foremost, student clubs, we don't have that, unfortunately. Okay, because what we do have is, I think there is the Indonesian Students Association, like a small Indonesian student club kind of thing. But if we're talking about footballs and netballs or writing club that you can join, regret to inform we don't have such things. Okay, but of course, if you do want to go for classes outside of LaSalle on your weekends, then that's up to you already. Yeah, and for housing matters. Indeed, we don't have like an attached hostel in the college. Okay, so which means it's not like the houses. I mean, your dormitory is just next door. We don't have that. But around this area, because we're located in the heart of Bugis, which is pretty much near to the town area, you would be able to find housings here easily. So there are plenty of accommodation options. In fact, I think you can speak to EduWorld. I think they do work with some housing vendors maybe, and they would be able to assist you, maybe share with you a little bit more on where is the best hostel, for example, or, where are the current students staying at here as they study in Singapore. So, a lot of advice that you can get from EduWorld, 100%. Okay, so they would be able to also share with you on the portfolio requirements and the portfolio standards that the college is looking out for, and maybe advise you on, how you can lay out the things nicely so that you can submit them nicely as well. And they will do everything for you from A to Z. You just have to provide them with the documents that they need. Okay. Another common question that we get is, are classes conducted online? Can I be in Indonesia and also join LaSalle at the same time? The answer is no. If you're gonna stay in Indonesia and you're gonna study online, that's called remote learning, and we don't offer that option at this juncture. Okay, as much as possible, physical classes are very important, very beneficial for all of our students, and we would hope that all of our students can be in Singapore to join us for their classes. And at the end of the day, you would have to be in Singapore to do your learning throughout the 3 years. But then again, because of the pandemic, some of you may be concerned, like, what if I can't go into Singapore, so on and so forth. But because you guys are still in grade 12 right now, some of you are even in grade 10, you can actually, let's hope for the best, okay, that the pandemic minimizes and or subsides rather, and everything will pretty much go back to normal, hopefully, so that we can all fly to Singapore with a peace of mind, especially so for your parents. Yeah. Okay, great questions. By any chance, does anyone have any other questions? Maybe Marcy, if you wanna ask them something or.
Oke, karena ada yang ingin bertanya. Sebelumnya boleh aku tahu di sini beberapa students yang boleh raise hand, yang join untuk A level ada? Untuk ambil A level ada teman-teman di sini atau semuanya ujian sekolah? Ya.
Aku ganti jawab. Kita diwajibkan untuk ambil AS level itu di kelas 11 dan A levelnya itu nanti di kelas 12. Kelas 11 belum ya. Tapi untuk angkatan aku sendiri karena pandemi ini belum ada yang ambil A level kita begitu. Jadi mungkin teman-teman yang kelas 10, 11 sekarang belum bisa jawab. Tapi untuk kelas 12 iya kita belum ambil karena pandemi ini gitu Kak.
Oke, jadi lebih fokusnya untuk ke ujian sekolah, berarti ambil kurikulum pemerintah ya?
Iya, so far gitu sih. Yang mau ke inter pun kayaknya lebih revert to SAT atau ECT gitu sih, karena ya pandemi gitu Kak, jadi rada sulit.
Oke, noted. Berarti kalau saya nanti confirm nih pengen ke LaSalle, berarti yang dengan ujian sekolah, kurikulum nasional pemerintah harus submit untuk IELTS-nya, untuk yang bachelor program ya, harus submit IELTS-nya, dan itu IELTS-nya bisa disubmit, nggak usah cepet-cepet sekarang, walaupun application yang akan buka di bulan depan, itu sudah bisa mulai untuk nyicil mulai daftar, jadi teman-teman bisa submit IELTS-nya itu nanti menyusul latest-nya di bulan Maret 2022. Ya, jadi teman-teman yang mau interest di bidang desain, art, semuanya untuk LaSalle, silahkan langsung join, langsung kontak aku, ada nomorku juga di chat box, bisa di WhatsApp, kira-kira yang sudah punya portfolio juga bisa share, kira-kira apakah cocok dengan jurusan yang mau diambil atau tidak, kita bisa saling share, ya. Yang pasti aku tekanin lagi, jangan lupa, semua hasil karya yang kalian buat harus original. Ya, kalaupun mereka mungkin ada terinspirasi dari desainer A, desainer B, silakan, tapi tidak boleh benar-benar sama persis, harus benar-benar ada originalnya dari diri kalian sendiri. Harus bikin benar-benar pure hasil karya sendiri. Ya. Ada yang mau tanyakan teman-teman?
Yeah, that's great, Marcy. Thank you so much. So Marcy, not Marcy, sorry, students. Okay, sorry, because I just had my lunch, so I'm falling into a food coma right now. Yeah. Although I'm in the office, but I'm falling asleep. So guys, I've actually put in the LaSalle Show website on the chat box. Okay, so if you're free, you have some time to kill, you can actually just simply click onto the LaSalle Show website, and you can choose the the programs that you'd like. Okay, so I'll just do a quick sharing right now because we're all here anyway. So if you take a look at this one, you'll be able to see that we're on the LaSalle Show website. It's pretty colorful, and when you click on this one, you'll be able to see the programs that you're keen in. So for example, if you're keen in fine arts, for example, okay, you can click on this one, the first tab of the second one. And when you scroll down a little bit, you'll be able to see works done by our students. So Maria Angelina is one of our Indonesian students, who's super talented. Okay, so we've got more, and these are all their final year works. Okay, so you can click on it, for example. So we've got Yasmin here, so you will be able to see their faces also, and their email addresses, their works that they've done. So this is actually a super cool platform for you to take a look and see what kind of works our students do in the college leading up to their final year. So it can be some sort of an inspiration for you guys as well, especially so for the students in the year 10 and 11 who's still contemplating on where to go, what to do. Some of you may also have this thought of like, oh, I'm still in grade 10, so I still have 2 more years to go. Maybe I'll think about it again when I'm in grade 12. But it's always good to plan early. Okay, so at the end of the day, you don't find yourself chaotically thinking of what to do. You should start finding your interest now, whether you're keen in business or you're keen in IT or you're keen in arts and design, for example. It would be good for you to plan early. And of course, if you are keen in arts and design, then LaSalle is a place to be, especially so if you do want to study nearby Indonesia. I think we're just about 2.5 hours away from Jakarta, so that's pretty near also by flight. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So is this the last session by any chance? Do the students have to go with other universities after this?
No, this is the last session.
Last session. So it was from morning time? It was from the morning?
No, around 11:40.
Around 11. Okay. So that's quite some time as well. You guys must be really shagged. Okay, so it's 1:47, I think. I'm not sure if you guys have gone for lunch. Maybe you guys are a little tired. Marcy, any other last words to add on?
Oke, mungkin teman-teman di sini bisa langsung kontak aku. Kita bisa discuss banyak via WhatsApp. Silakan boleh telepon juga. Kalau yang mungkin malu-malu boleh chat aja. Aku welcome almost 24 hour kalau bisa.
Yeah,
silakan kontak.
Marcy works 24/7, so you can text her anytime. She does not sleep. Yeah, so you can contact her anytime.
Ya, as long as masih bisa aku balas, aku nggak tidur, aku akan reply soon, sesegera mungkin. Terutama bagi teman-teman lagi yang sudah kelas 12, ini berarti kan harus rush ya, a bit rush kalau menurutku, dan application open next month. Jadi segera kontak, share, aku bikin ini Kak, aku bikin portfolio seperti ini, oke apa tidak, cocok atau tidak, apa saja yang akan aku pelajari, orang tua tanya seperti ini, dan itu silakan, boleh kontak aku ya. Nomorku ada di chat box, sudah langsung di save nomornya. Oke, Pak, demikian. Any other
Yeah, okay, so maybe just like a last word of advice, because especially so for the year 12, I realized that we've got quite a bit of year 12 students in this session. So for the year 12 students, applications will actually open next month, as per what Marcy has shared, and the classes will only start in August next year, for example, if you're offered. At the end of the day, we always encourage students to apply early to maximize the chances of getting accepted, because if you're going to wait until the very last minute, I think this applies to a lot of universities universities, not just in LaSalle. But because LaSalle is art space, we need time to review your portfolio. We need time to schedule your interview. So the earlier you apply, the chances of you getting a place is also much higher. It does not guarantee, but at least, as comparing to you apply at a later period, next year, or maybe next year in April or May, which is really late, you should be applying the first window if you're super keen. Portfolio matters. Feel free to consult Marcy for that. Application matters. They will help you to apply on your behalf. If your parents have any questions with regards to coronavirus situation here in Singapore, school fees, tuition grant, accommodation options, the student visa, student passes, and stuff like that, feel free to consult Eddie World. Marcy and her team will be able to assist you to the best that they can. Okay? Okay.
Thank you. Thank you, Holmes, for your time. Terima kasih teman-teman semua, Ibu Guru juga, Miss. Thank you for your time. Saya akan kontak, aku kembalikan kepada panitia.
Okay, please wait for a moment. I guess we have come to the end of the session already. To everyone who is still curious and has any questions left, you may contact Miss Marcy from EduWorld privately, or probably check out the flyers on the right. They're both in the chat box, guys. Before we close the session, we would like to hear a brief message from our teacher representative today. May I call Miss Arlene?
Yes, Jayanti, thank you. Once again, I would like to say thank you very much for Miss Marcy for bringing us another great institution. A special thanks to Miss Yumaira for opening LaSalle College of Art Singapore to our students. I hope our students are as impressed as I am. So please, guys, if you have questions, please contact Miss Marcy, and please do check the website of LaSalle College. Thank you very much. God bless, and I wish you more power. LaSalle College of Art Singapore and EduWorld. Thank you, guys. Keep safe.
Thank you, guys. Have a good weekend. Stay safe. See you guys soon. Bye.
Please wait for a moment.
Oh, wait for a moment. Okay.
Yeah, we're
Sure.
going to take a group picture first.
Okay. Sure. Thank you. I almost left.
So, thank you, Miss Arlene. Please wait for a moment before we all leave the meeting room. Let's take a group picture first with our university representative. Participants, please turn on your cameras. Please, very good.
Okay, guys, get ready. The first snap will be of the first slide. So everyone in the first slide, be ready. 1, 2, 3. Okay, now moving on to the second slide. 1, 2, and 3. All right, thanks, guys.
Okay, thank you, Rikuto. So, we, the Committee of Virtual Education Fair 2021 John Paul Senior High School, would like to thank Ms. Maria from LaSalle College of the Arts Singapore and EduWorld team for sharing this information with us all. We also thank the participants who have listened and participated during this presentation. Finally, I gently apologize for anything that we have done that didn't meet your expectations. Thank you and have a nice day. Now I'm giving the floor back to our host.
Recording stopped.
Thank you very much, Janti. So that concludes our session for today. Thank you very much, everyone, for participating. And I would like to remind you of our agenda tomorrow. There will be 3 universities who will be presenting, as well as our awaited talk show and closing ceremony. The universities who will be presenting are LaSalle College Jakarta, GIC Monash College, and PEPM School of Management. So please join us again, and as usual, join us on time. Last but not least, thank you very much, everyone, for participating in today's event. Before leaving, I would like to remind all senior high students to fill our attendance form. And may I call on Felicia Nigita of 11 Social to lead us on prayer.
Friends and teachers, let us pray. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit, amen. Dear Lord, thank you for your amazing word and for this opportunity to learn more about you and all around us. Help us to now carry this new knowledge in our minds. May it deeply impact our hearts, our relationships, and our lives. As we come to the end of our time together here, we thank you for what has been accomplished here today. Thank you for bringing us together in this place. We are grateful for it. Has it become and end well? Thank you for the love that you have for us. We praise and glorify you for your love. Thank you for all that we have gained today through this session. May the matters discussed serve as for us to move forward and cause us to advance and see growth in all areas of our lives. This we pray in the name of Jesus Christ our Lord. Amen. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen.
Thank you very much, Felicia. Now you may leave this meeting room as we have reached the end of our event today.